Good evening, all. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. This evening, we're going to do something more, a little bit to help the cause of what we're trying to do here. Um, as you see behind me, you see the Nigerian flag with the Nigerian constitution. The object of this um, simple exercise we're doing here is to enlighten our people about their rights. Now, you will see four different sections below. They are in Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, and Pidgin English translation. But at the top, you have the English version, which I'm going to read to you. If you want to follow the words, just pause it. As it goes, say, pause it there right now, and you can read those words and you can learn it in English. We prefer that you learn this in your local language. So if you're living in Yoruba land, you learn the Yoruba one. If you go to Oduduwa TV Radio on TikTok, it is on there right now in Yoruba version, and it's spoken in Yoruba for you to be able to follow. If we're trying to get people on board to help us to speak the Igbo version and the Hausa version, and for other areas as well. But to aid the process today and in other countries across Africa, these are the words that you have in English. But the emphasis is on learning in your mother tongue, in your mother tongue. But we are only for the purposes of explaining what those words mean using the English version because we are speaking in English here. The emphasis is on learning and speaking your constitution in your mother tongue. I hope that's clear. Okay, so now you can see behind me, we have section 14.2a and 14.2c. We are going to start off with 14.2a. 14.2a states, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. What does that mean in plain English? It means that you watching me, as a citizen of Nigeria, you are not only a citizen, you are a sovereign. You have powers. The government, the power to govern your nation is derived from you, the people. You are a sovereign. That means you have the right to actually question your governance. Now, how do you exercise that right to question and hold them, make them accountable? It goes further in 14.2c, which states the participation by the people in their government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. So you got two sections that are very, very important for you to know. Please keep in mind, we are encouraging you to learn those sections in your mother tongue. That will make sure that there is a direct connection between you and your governance and your ability to question them. In essence, I've explained the first one, 14.2a. That means that you're a sovereign, you have the power to hold your government to account. Now, how do you actually hold them to account? Again, 14.2c, the participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. What does that mean? It means that now, with the powers of sovereignty, you can call town hall meetings, you can form independent local community associations that you run entirely from within your community. It is your right because you're sovereign. And those town hall local community associations can now call for a town hall meeting where your local government chairman, your state house of assembly member, your house of reps, your senators, your governors, they must attend. Why? Because you are a sovereign under section 14.2a. Sovereignty belongs to the people. You and me, we are the people from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. That makes us a sovereign, and we need you to use that. Please keep in mind, only for the purposes of explaining for all of us to understand, this is what this constitution stands for. But in our villages, many people don't speak English. That is why we have it in a version in Yoruba version. Go to Oduduwa TV Radio right now on TikTok, and it's on there. And on YouTube, it is also on there in Yoruba, and it is explained in simple Yoruba terms for people to understand. We need to share that knowledge in our local community in our mother tongue. It is of immense importance. So please, I encourage you. I hope you find this useful. Leave a comment. We want to replicate this across the whole of Africa because we have since found out that in Senegal, their constitution is in French. In Ghana, their constitution is in English. In Ethiopia, their constitution is in English. Whereas the people have their own mother tongue, and they need to understand what is governing them and their role in their governance, which is to make their government accountable to them in their mother tongue. So please, when you get this broadcast, I encourage you, please share it. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts? They just pause. All you have to do is, if you want to read the words behind me, just press pause, and the words, you'll be able to read it and memorize it. But please, we would like you to do that in your local language. I have it right now ready on Oduduwa TV Radio, on TikTok, on Oduduwa TV Radio 2, on YouTube. You can make use of that. We have to spread this knowledge across the whole nation. So the same thing we want to see for Igbos, the same thing we want to see for Hausas, Ishon, Efik, the Tiv people, everybody, Kanuris, in your language. So this will enable you to be able to participate in your governance and begin to hold them to account. We are not interested in looking at problems anymore. We are looking for solutions. Solutions to our problem is to know our rights in our language. That will encourage us to begin to hold our governors to account. Keep in mind, you must have monthly local community association meetings, calling for at a town hall meeting, where you will now call your local government chairman, state House of Assembly members, your House of Reps, your senators, and your governor. And they have to come and account for how much budget they are getting from the Federal Accounts Allocation Committee every month, how much they spend on a particular budget, project, who are the contractors, and what's the balance. Remember, you are the sovereign. You have that right to ask that question. You see, without taking part in this process, we cannot get to the state where we are going for. We can now say we want a referendum. It is in participating in that process we can now begin to direct the actions of our politicians and tell them, look, we are sending you to go to the government to put a motion in the constitution demanding that there is a referendum that will take place across the whole nation. Now you see, we have a mechanism for actually breaking away or being in a devolved nation. Our participation is crucial in that process. If we do not participate, we can go and keep saying, I want Yoruba nation, I want Igbo, all we like, until we actually participate in the process to make a mechanism to either to devolve or separate available for us to use. We can't break free. That is the plain fact. I hope you understand that. Just to keep in mind, to refresh our memories, Section 14.2a states, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. 14.2a. 14.2c. The participation by the people in their government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. Keep in mind, we encourage every one of you that's watching, please, we need you to know this in your local language. And we want people to translate this to all languages. If you are from that area, don't wait for me. Do a video. Translate it in your language. You have the copy of everything I said there. Please, take it, translate it, make sure it's correct. Begin to spread that word. This has to happen in every single community. That way we can begin to participate in our governance. Instead of talking about the problems, we are now forcing them to carry out the solutions. Because we are the sovereigns, we possess the power, we now need to apply that power. That's what must happen. I hope this makes sense. You've been listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Now, our focus must be solution-based. Every community has solutions to their problems. I want you to believe that. We need to begin to manifest those solutions. We've talked too much about problems. It is holding us back. Now we must talk solutions and act to make sure those solutions manifest. Our collective actions in every community, holding our governor to account from one community to the next, will make a radical change to our prospect, our lives. We will have water, road, light, school, bridges, LTC, because and so on and so forth, because we are having monthly meetings to hold them to account and they have nowhere to hide. Don't forget, you are a sovereign. It is time to start exercising your sovereignty. You have that right. Teach children from the age of 4 about this. Women, men, farmers, etc. It is our right. Let's get to work. Thank you very much. Bye for now.